presentations today. Thank you for inviting me, and thank you to the Newer Muslim Forum. Thank you to Westfield for allowing this space to be used to glorify God, and for people to feel comfortable in a space where they can come and take refuge. Many have mentioned about the Holy Week this week. You have Easter, you have Passover, you have Ramadan, and I believe there's also Vaisakhi this week as well. So, I think somewhere along the lines, we all got together and said, let's make it this way. So there was some kind of agreement somewhere. So it's a really, really holy week that this space is being opened. And when the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was born in Mecca, he spent 40 years in the city of Mecca. And what he saw, it worried him, it concerned him. And therefore, he started to take refuge in a cave before he received prophethood. And this cave is known as the cave of Hira. And he used to spend sometimes half a day, then he started spending a day, then he started spending weeks in that cave because he was finding it difficult to stay within a group of people who had forgotten their purpose. Whenever or whichever religion we believe in, the holy weeks that come, or the holy days that come to remind us about our purpose in life. Whether it's Ramadan, or whether it's Easter, or whether it's Passover, it comes to remind us of our purpose in this world. Because we have so many distractions. And when I started walking into Westfield, I don't like it. It's alien to some people, because people are in a different world when they are in Westfield. People are just running around, and they don't. Sometimes when you're in Westfield, you forget your purpose in life, because this world is dominated by materialism. And therefore, to have a space where, just like Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, used to go to the cave. I'm not giving this a name. Some call it a sanctuary, some might call it a cave. But I tried to find, just to make sure that I've got the date right, Vaisakhi. And the other thing was, my internet's not working in this room as well. So maybe there's a message in this room. This is definitely a cave. So the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, used to retire, used to take refuge in a cave. And for people in Westfield, this is like a cave, this is a refuge where they can take some moments away, take 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whether they pray or whether they don't pray, whether they just come to relax, whether they just come to detox their minds, their hearts, their bodies. This is a space for everyone. And Ramadan is a month of detox. It's a detox for the body and it's a detox for the heart. The body has detox because you stop eating. Lent is around at this time as well, where you stop eating. And certain foods are not allowed during Passover. So it is a time of abstinence, whether it's Lent or whether it's Passover or whether it's Ramadan. And God, through abstinence, is teaching us that I have commanded you to come into this world, but I've given you some orders and I've given you some laws. And in those laws, there are some things that you have to do, but there are some things that you have to refrain from. Abstinence. And I'm teaching you that you might think that it's hard. But if you, for example, in the month of Ramadan, can stay away from food for 16 hours, 17 hours, if you can stay away from drink for 16, 17 hours, then why is it that when it comes to controlling your behavior, you can't control your behavior? You can. If you can control yourself from food and drink, which you have 6 times a day normally, plus the 3 coffees, then why is it that you can't control yourself in terms of your behavior? So that's the message of Ramadan. Ramadan is about abstinence. It's there to train a person. And I always give this example, and I'll finish with this example. I say, some youngsters will come to me and say, Imam, I can't control my eyes, I can't control my ears, I can't control my tongue, I can't control my behavior. And they believe that their self-control is not controllable, and yet in Ramadan they are able to fast. So I give the example, I say, look, if it's the first day of Ramadan and you've gone to school or you've gone to college and you know that you're fasting at college, you've not eaten, not drank anything, and then on the way back you've got home and you've forgotten that it's fasting. You've forgotten that you're fasting, and you enter the house and your mum's not there, your dad's not there, your brother's not there, your sister's not there, and the only thing that greets you as you get into the house is this beautiful aroma of biryani. Oh, now he's forgotten he's fasting. Right? So he shouts for his mum. Mum's not there. Dad's not there. Shouts for his brother and sister. Nobody's there. So then he goes into the house. Doesn't matter who's there or not. I can see the biryani. Let's go for it. He gets a pot. He goes to the pot. He gets a plate. He takes out some biryani, puts it in the microwave, rolls his sleeves up, sits down at the table, and is just about to start eating. And he takes a morsel of food. He takes a morsel of rice in his hand. It's going to his destination. It's halfway to its destination, to its mouth. And then from the corner of his eye, he sees the Ramadan timetable. Doom, 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 doom. Alarm bells. He remembers that he's fasting. Right? Now the question is, and I ask this question to youngsters, and I say, where will your hand end up? Will it end up in the destination, or will you go back to where you started? And everyone says they'll go back to where they started. Why? His mum's not there, his dad's not there, his brother's not there, his sister's not there, but God is watching. And because he does his fasting for God, his hand will return the morsel and he'll wait until it's time for sunset. This is abstinence. The abstinence that we talk about, that you say you can't do, you can do, if you remember that God is watching all the time. And that's why the verse of Siyam, the fasting, it says, "O you who believe, fasting has been made incumbent upon you, as it was made incumbent upon those before you, so that you may become God conscious." God conscious. The whole purpose of fasting is abstinence, and to learn abstinence and to develop in all of your body, so that throughout the next 12 months you can stay away from all those things which God has said that you should stay away from. So this place, I'm so pleased that we have this kind of space. I mean, as Sister described, people stress around a space that, where can I go and pray today? And that stress should not be there. That stress should not be there. If that stress is there, that means the world has forgotten its purpose, because this is the purpose, to make our heart and to make our bodies subservient to God. And this is the kind of space that we need everywhere, so that people can take refuge and remind themselves what is their purpose in life. Thank you.